Look at these! Aren't these amazing? Hi everyone, so it's been a while since I last did a video but I just wanted to bring you out on a little tour of the woods. So it's looking really beautiful this time of year, all autumn colours. Isn't it gorgeous? The light's really nice, you can see the sun is just there above me. The light's really, really nice. I'm going to see if I can turn the camera around. There we go. Yeah, so I thought I'd bring you on a little walk in the woods. I've been having a bit of a kind of a creative block recently. So I think we've just been so engrossed in the house and getting stuff done to be ready for winter that I've just had this complete creative block when it comes to like making videos and producing content, and even making things, which I never usually, that's just never a problem for me. I'm always making stuff, whether it's like knitting or felting or anything like that, and I've just had this massive block, like I've just not been able to get into the right headspace at all. And I think it's just just that feeling of like, got a young child and it's all quite involved and we have her out of school at the moment. Well, I mean, she's always been out of school, but we don't get that kind of break when she's at school, so it's pretty full on, it's quite intense. And then not that I'm complaining, because we love it, but it can just be quite full on sometimes, and and just trying to get ready for the winter. We're trying to get the Rayburn in still. Still repointing the wall. It's just taking me so long. So then that means that we're actually getting quite cold. Well, is that true? That's not really true. It means basically that the kitchen, the bathroom and the utility room is getting really cold. But actually the rest of the house is okay, because we've got those heaters which keep us kind of warm, but it's not ideal because they're electric and it's not great. We'd much rather be using a more sustainable way to heat our home, with the wood burner, given the choice, just because that option's there for us. We'd rather be taking that advantage of that option. So I thought a little bit of time out in the woods. Amy's playing on her swing, which we made her recently with Jem. And I thought, great opportunity. I'll come for a walk and sit in the woods for a bit and chat to you guys. I think I'm moving the camera too fast, aren't I? Sorry, I'll slow down. Moving the camera too fast. You know, it's kind of hard to make out, isn't it, really? Because it's just like this massive tangle of trees and ferns and brambles. But that's what's so awesome about this place, because it's so diverse. Like, the biodiversity here is just amazing. So that's why it's such a cool place, and why we want to preserve it as much as possible. Which I think so far, you know, we're doing a pretty good job at it. We're really careful about our impact on the land, and we've taken like a small chunk that we've gone, okay, so this is going to be our vegetable garden, chicken run, stuff like that. But the rest of it is just wild. We don't even harvest wood from this part of the woodland. And we don't plan to for the moment, I don't think, because, you know, like the fallen, like this is a fallen piece of branch, and here's a fallen tree, and you can see just how life-giving they are, actually, even though they're just, you know, obviously no longer living as a tree. But look, there's like so much life on it. There's moss and ferns and ivy, and there's so many bugs and insects, and then of course the birds feed on those creatures. And I think that's why we've got such an abundance of woodpeckers, because they really need that dead wood, that standing dead wood. Look at this, just as I'm talking about it. That looks to me like a woodpecker's been in there. It's either a woodpecker or a squirrel, but to me that looks like a woodpecker. And we've got absolutely loads of woodpeckers. I think in the spring we had 3 breeding pairs who successfully raised chicks. And we knew that because they kept visiting our bird feeders. And we put some food out for the birds. And you know, that's a strange dilemma I've been having recently with myself, like an internal conflict. It's like, should I feed the birds in the winter? Because I think it's really important to support the birds, and I've always fed the birds through the winter, always. But you know, when I'm living in a place like this, which is such an amazing natural habitat, and the birds haven't been fed here for, I don't know, decades probably, and I just kind of came in with all my bird feeders and my bird food, and I put it all out. And the birds just loved it. They flocked to it, you know, and they feasted all winter long. And I was thinking, you know, I'm really affecting the birds' natural behaviour and their natural habitat. Because they have just fended for themselves for so many years here. And I feel like I'm taking away their natural, you know, foraging instincts and opportunities as well. And like, that must be having an impact on the balance in the forest, because if they're sitting feeding on the feeders and eating the seed and the peanuts and stuff, then they're not eating insects and the bugs, you know, that are just here naturally in the forest. And that's got to have some impact, doesn't it? As well as the birds not having like a natural diet, and their chicks, because this is where I'm going. This is like a rather long roundabout tangent, but this is where I'm going essentially, is like the woodpeckers, like I say, they successfully raised three different families raised chicks, 1 chick each as far as we could see. But what they were doing, and this is really interesting, was that they were teaching the chicks to go to our peanut feeders to get peanuts. And at first that was so cool because we could see the chicks like really well, and it was just so interesting watching the behaviours and stuff. But then I started feeling like this immense guilt that these chicks were being taught to rely on the peanut feeders that I was putting out. And does that mean that those chicks won't gain those life skills in the forest of like foraging for the bugs that they're supposed to be foraging? And then if I stop putting peanuts out, how would they know what to do? Or maybe the parents teach them both. But, you know, there's still a reliance there. Do you know what I mean? There's like a reliance on those peanut feeders. Oh, I might be overthinking this. I might be overthinking this, but it just felt quite important to me to think about it. Anyway, rambling. Where does the path go? Down here. We haven't been down here for a while, so the path has become completely clogged up with leaves, and so I can't always see where I'm going. I'm just trying not to fall down the slope here. Oh, there we go. Wow, look at the river. It's quite full. Usually you can see the bank on the other side. There's usually like a little beach here. But yeah, it's been raining quite a lot, so the river's quite high. At the weekend it really rained a lot, and the river came right up, and it was just on the verge of flooding, just right on that kind of the lip of the river, and then it slightly spilled out, and then it went back down. It went back down again. Oh, and this is my favourite spot. And the kids play. There's usually quite a substantial little beach there, but it's yeah, the water's really high at the moment. Anyway, sheep. Oh, sheep. Anyway, what was I saying earlier about creative block? Oh yeah, hang on, let me turn you back round. So yeah, that I was saying about having just like this massive creative block. I feel like I'm slowly coming through to the other side. I've still got a commission to finish. Massive apologies for the person who I'm doing that commission for. I don't usually take this long. I've just been having a bit of a hard time sitting with things at the moment. But I'm almost finished now. And as soon as I'm finished, I'm going to post it out to you. And then I'm going to close down custom slots for the year, because I'm in this run up to Christmas now where I'm hoping to make some Christmas fairies and put them up for sale. Obviously there's not very many craft fairs around at the moment, so it's going to look a bit different this year, but I think that I will be able to hopefully sell online a little bit, so I might put more up on Facebook this year than I don't think I put any up last year, did I? So I might put some up this year for sale and you can order them. I was thinking about something, and I might make a separate post on Facebook about this, just to ask like your opinion. But I do a lot of photography here in the woodland, and I was thinking about the possibility of making a calendar, the collection of photos that I've taken on the land, and I just wonder if that would be something people would be interested in buying if I got some printed. So maybe if you're watching this and you think, yeah, calendar for 2021 full of amazing, stunning photos of a beautiful woodland might be your thing, and flowers and such things, then yeah, let me know. Put a little comment in the comments for me and let me know, and if I can gauge interest, and if there's enough interest, then that might be something that I do get printed, that I could send out in December, ready for the new year. So yeah, let me know. I've just taken some amazing photos of mushrooms, which I'll pop up on the Facebook page, and I'll try and pop them on Instagram too. trying to activate my Instagram account a little bit more, so you can find me over on there. It's Lost Arts of Nature is the handle, and yeah, I'll put some photos of the mushrooms that I found up on there. Like that gorgeous tree, it's one of my favourite trees in the forest, beautiful oak tree. What was I going to say? Yeah, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified of all of my new videos. I'm hoping that now I've got over this creative block that I've had for the last few months, I'm hoping to start creating a few more videos again. Let me know what you think about the calendar idea. I'd be really interested to know what you all thought. And watch my Facebook page for some fairies, which will be going up for sale, which you can order and I can post out to you. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Thanks for walking in the woods with me.